Welcome to Rock Up Racing.
Unfortunately, Rob and Charlie are very ill at the minute. This flu thing's going around and technically in bed. So unfortunately, we're not going to have a very good video out this week because Charlie burst his eardrums last night as well. So
big style, yeah.
That's how bad he is.
So me and Paul are the two men left standing. We're not testing Gertie today, unfortunately. And
yes,
Paul's.
We should have been at Snetterton today.
We should have been, and that would have been a good video. But
testing Gertie.
We'll be testing it soon, so video will be coming soon. Paul's got his pasty. Where's the pasty from? This is essentially what we've got is no content, so we've got to make some content. So tell me about your pasty. What have you got in it?
It might take a little while, this, because it's quite a large mould. I've already got the airbags in, so we'll start giving them a little pump. See how we get on. See, we've already got a gap there. So she's looking all right. So we're cleaning up the roof mould.
This is the roof mould.
This is the lovely roof mould.
It's very smooth. Very smooth.
Came out really, really well. Actually, I'm going to get this round the wrong way now. So there we are. So
everyone's going to go in on me for my camera skills.
I know. So this is the other part of the mould, because we had to make it in two parts because we needed this lip when we carbon fibre, and if we'd have done it all in one go, it would have locked onto the roof and we wouldn't have been able to get it off. So we've made a two-part mould. That bolts in just like that, fits perfectly when it's bolted in. So we can now carbon fibre. This is what we're going to do. I'm just cleaning up the mould, and we're going to make a carbon fibre mould of the roof, which is going to be fantastic. Let's see. I know people are in Hawaii and everything, and they're loving the sunshine, but it's been very cold this week. And I actually had a crack in my gel coat. I've repaired it, it's okay. So we're going to coupling coat it now, so just tack ragging, getting the dust off it. But it has been cold, and the problem with these panels are quite thin, and they expand and contract a lot. So, and I think that's what the problem was. It went so cold overnight that it contracted quite a lot and it split the gel coat. But anyway, it's absolutely fine now. So we're going to put coupling coat on it. So as you can see now, the rear quarter panel has been coupling coated. 2 layers, 100 GSM fiberglass on there. So now it starts looking like a proper mould, doesn't it? And we'll let that go off overnight, and we'll get the filler resin on there tomorrow with the thick strand fiberglass, and so we can finish this mould off.
More jobs in. This nice 924, very regular customer. Shout out Sean if you're watching. Big Sean.
Be calling Big Sean.
There's another place that's Big Sean.
Yeah.
So we've got a coil issue. The car doesn't start.
Not good, that.
Not good. We've diagnosed it as a bad coil. We bench tested it, didn't we, yesterday? And there was no spark on the plug. So we've got one of these on the way. Scirocco is in. Bad camshaft sensor. And a bad coil pack as well.
There's a half cup of tea here that I made Tom this morning. He doesn't.
That was yesterday.
That's yesterday.
Yeah, it's a bit cold.
And you
drink it on video.
No.
That's content. And I'm going to quickly go over what I've done with Gertie to get it ready for the track day that we didn't do. Are you enjoying that? Is it good? Good, okay. So, basic check over. I had the hubs out completely apart because these wheel studs, when the wheels were on, you literally, when the nuts were fully done up, there was no thread showing out the nut. They weren't long enough. So, as these wheels are different, they're slightly wider than the ones we used to have. So I got the hubs off the car, just the front ones. The back ones are fine. And then pressed, very easy on these cars, pressed the studs out. And they were 40, I think they were 46 mil, 48 mil. These are 72s. So there's a little bit of excess on the sides, but that's absolutely fine. Much safer. The wheel bearings were out. I re-greased them. They're not very old, so they're all back together again. Pads are absolutely fine. They're not that old. We did it.
I actually sat in the car. First time I sat in that car.
You sat in the race car.
And we bled.
We bled the brakes. So we use AP Racing R3. It's the stuff we always use. It's really good. It's got a very high dry boiling point. Okay. What's it got?
What?
Oh, you weren't listening. So that's in the car. Carbon headlight covers. You made these, didn't you?
I did make.
And they're actually quite good. I'm not surprised because you're the carbon wizard now, aren't you? But they're quite nice. Well, it's too close.
150 miles an hour.
No. So that's all done. I've inspected the car inside for like scrutineering purposes. Obviously, we don't really need to get. There's no scrutineering on a test day, but just basically making sure these pulls work. This is the cutout, so you start the car up, pull the cutout, make sure the car turns off. This is everyone watching this video right now, me talking. This is just pulled a little bit to make sure the cable on the fire extinguisher. You pull this, make sure the cable on the extinguisher is being pulled as well. There's no sort of stiffness or rust in there. These were replaced fairly recently, so they're absolutely fine. The extinguisher itself is out of date. We need a new extinguisher. It operates fine at the moment. For a test day it'll be okay, but for racing it needs to be replaced because it's out of date. The belts are fine, and basically just a basic check over really.
So here is the mould for the bumper that we've done. Take that out of there. So it's all lovely and shiny in there. Obviously it's a two-part mould, because otherwise the chrome bumper would have locked in place and we wouldn't have got it out. So what we've done, we've made a mould now that's going to get bolted together. So when we make the carbon fibre piece, we'll unbolt it, take this piece out, and the carbon fibre bumper will come out all nice.
I won a car on eBay last night.
Tom bought a new car last night.
I bought a new car in the pub.
He bought an what was it, a 55?
E55 AMG.
E55 AMG, oh my G.
Probably the worst decision I've ever made in my life. But
And he's got to go up north to get it.
Yep. Got to go up north.
Whereabouts?
Dewsbury.
Dewsbury.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
Where's that near?
It's near Bradford. So.
Oh my God. This is where we have lunch every day. Nothing.
We have to just apologise that this upload is going to be fairly
boring
and a bit lackluster. Look at that.
That was stereo.
That was pretty good. Because Charlie, obviously being the face of the channel, and he's a very talented editor. Yes. He's been to the doctors the last couple of days, and he's not great. And Rob is really not great either.
No, and so, I've pretty much got face for radio.
No, I haven't spanned the camera around, so I told you about me. So basically what's going to happen is next week we'll be back to business as usual.
Business as usual.
But we want to stay dedicated to the channel, so we're not going to miss a week of upload. We will upload something even if it's crap.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just because we want to try and we've got the Formula 1 this weekend. What do you reckon to Formula 1 these days?
Let's see what this new season brings.
Yep.
Because it's a bit marmite at the minute, I think, personally. Yep. So it needs to...
Your head looks incredibly shiny on this.